Welcome to STARCARD Podcast. Here at STARCARD Podcast, we get a glimpse at the age of Aquarius ahead of us. My name is Breakaway Ray. I like talking about the breakaway civilizations because we're breaking away from the one we're in now. You've tuned in to a live tarot throw. Today is November 26th, 2025. It is also Day 10 in our countdown of the 12 days of the 12 laws of karma. So we're going to have another good time. If you would like a tarot reading for the second part of the show, please type in all capital letters, tarot please. Then in about 25 or 35 minutes, we're going to check the chat. I'll make a list and we'll make sure everyone gets the tarot cards that they need. All right, that sounds pretty good. And now, whether you're tuning in live or whether you're catching this recording later, whenever you're catching it, okay, I got 4 cards waiting for you. The tarot world wants you to see this message. So let's go to the tarot cam. All right. We're going to give you 4 cards. But first, let's show you the stars of the show, the decks that are available in case you would like a reading later on. We have the classic tarot deck, the one which has the words on it and helps me learn the cards a lot faster because I've only been throwing tarot cards since March. How cool is that? That's a lot of fun. That's a big change. Next up, it's the Robin Wood Tarot, another of what I would perceive as the 2 classic tarot decks that you have to study if you're going to be doing this kind of thing. Then we got a whole bunch more. Also on deck is the Ethereal Bloom Tarot right here. I really dig the pictures on the Ethereal Bloom Tarot, as well as the back of the card, and as well as the shuffle. So it's already ready to go for me. All right. I have a crowd favorite, the Black Foil deck. It's a little bit more slick, but the images are quite striking. These little foil cards here. I don't mean little in a diminutive way. These are pretty cool cards. We also have, I know you see them upside down and sideways here, the Mermaid Tarot. You know, again, available upon request, ladies and gentlemen. And we have the Old Style Tarot, which takes its imagery from both the classic and the Robin Wood and gives it a new spin. Check that out. The dude's name is Alexander Ray. Wow, he sounds like a cool guy. And then our friend Julia invited us to take this out last time. It's the Lost Soul Tarot. So if you're feeling like a Spartan and you're into something stark and dark, wow, these cards are really awesome, though. I mean, they're gold on the side and there's like a rainbow gleam going on. And then, you know, as long as you can count your pentacles, you can figure it out. All these decks are available. And I know that we have some help sometimes from some of our viewers who help make a list so that I don't lose track of everybody. I appreciate that help. And, you know, I do check your list as up against my list. So I do appreciate it, even though I'm also making the list. I'm always checking my list twice, just like Santa. So we're going to get going here with the Robin Wood deck. And we're going to get you 4 cards. Here comes your story, everybody. There's going to be some kind of dynamic that's going to give you a heads up. Here in the United States, it's Wednesday, and it could be the last day of the work week for you if you get to take off tomorrow for Thanksgiving. So that, whoa, that might appeal to some people. I know if you watch tarot throwers, you know, there's a real drop. That could even be a mic drop. All right, so I got too many cards here. Hang on a minute. I asked for 4. My goodness, 4 just showed up there. There we go. I'm going to come upstairs for this comment. Yeah, hey, everybody. It's quite early here on the West Coast. I've already been up on a hike. I hike a mountain in the morning, and I've been up for a couple hours already, and my head's been ringing the whole time. So I'm just linking that little bit of datum with the fact that I just tossed some cards. I asked for 4, and 4 dropped out. So let's check and see what the magic looks like. This is why you tune in to StarCard Podcast. Watch the tarot world go. Here we go. Yay! It's the world card completion. We have arrived. Some of us are getting ready for a 4-day weekend. Wow. Maybe I should go a little slower there. What a beautiful card. I love the flowers in that picture. How nice. Oh no! It's the 9 of Swords, the Sleepless Nights card. I really like the colors in these cards. I know that this poor woman is troubled, but I'm looking at her bed sheets and her blanket, and I'm thinking that's a lovely bed set. Anyway, I wonder what's on her mind, getting ready for the big holiday, perhaps? I hope that small thing is what's troubling her, because everything's going to be fine on Thanksgiving Thursday. Yeah. Well, here comes the Judgment card. So one of the tarot throwers I see, when she gets these cards, she presents them like this, and I don't blame her. I'm sorry that it's a little bit early for that kind of imagery, but that was the Judgment card. And the Judgment card talks about swapping out old energies for new energies. So for sure, again, just speaking about the work week, the one that we're in right now, things are sure going to feel different in the morning. It's not your regular work week anymore. Here we go, Tarot World. What do you got for us? Yay. The Sun card says everything's going to be all right. And again, that lady I mentioned to you, she would put her fingers over those cards just like that, just to be modest. I really appreciate her sentiment on that part. But yeah, it's the end of the short work week. We're swapping out work time for vacation. Gee, I hope everything goes well. And what do you know? Thanksgiving Thursday comes around and everything's groovy. The sun is shining. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. I think I might be coming out tomorrow for a StarCard podcast. I'm quite sure I'll be on the Typical Skeptic podcast, but we're also trying to coordinate everybody's Thanksgiving dinner schedule. So I post before I go live here. The best time to catch me tomorrow is probably going to be first thing in the morning. Are we coming back upstairs here? I think we are. Oh, no. Yeah, we are. Here we go. All right. And now for the next segment, it's the 10th day in our countdown of the 12 days of the 12 laws of karma. Shall we review and introduce law number 3? Let's go back downstairs. The 12 laws of karma. Law number 12. The law of significance and inspiration. Every effort and act truly... Whoops. I'm going to have to start over. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. The 10th day of the 12 laws of karma, take 2. Here we go. Today is the 10th day in our countdown of the 12 days of the 12 laws of karma. Let's review the laws of karma we've looked at so far, and then let's introduce law number 3. The 12 laws of karma, law number 12, the law of significance and inspiration. Every effort and action truly matters. Law number 11, the law of patience and reward. Great rewards always take time and persistence. Law number 10, the law of change. History repeats itself until we finally learn. Law number 9, law of here and now. Living in the past blocks our present happiness. Law number 8, law of giving and hospitality. Our actions must always reflect our true values. Law number 7, law of focus. We move forward only by focusing on one thing. Law number 6, law of connection. Past, present, and future are all linked together. Law number 5, law of responsibility. We are always accountable for our actions. Law number 4, the law of growth. To change the world, change yourself first. And presenting law number 3, law of humility. Accept reality before you can change it. As usual, I have my notebook ready to go. When I consider the 12 laws of karma, I start my day by thinking how it applies to my life. Everyone who's tuning in to STARCARD podcast, and if you're an adult, you've had enough experience to remember an example of the law of humility in your life, where you accepted reality before you could change it. And to demonstrate how one might go ahead and create a journal entry about this, well, first, we put the date. Never regret writing a date on the paper, because then when you look back, you know exactly when it was, and you could string a lot more points and connect a lot more dots together. There we go. Okay, so accepting reality before you can change it. I'm just going to give some quick examples in my life. I'm not going to write out big, long paragraphs, not in public. Again, I'm just demonstrating how someone might do this if you haven't considered doing something like this. You give yourself something to think about, and then you ponder it. You know, you're offering a reflection from the inside. What does my soul think about this? What's on my mind when these thoughts come across it? So there were times when I was not prepared to be a teacher of a certain grade because I was new to it. So obviously I had to change from being a teacher of one grade into one of another. And I could go on forever, maybe even some would say ad nauseum about that. My career was 33 years long. I changed grades at least 10 or 11 times, once every 3 years, just about. I know it averages out to that. And anyone who is in the teaching business would know that that's quite a lot. And they would suspect that there's something going on, that, someone like yourself with so much seniority, as it were, would have to keep changing his classroom and his grades. I wonder what was going on. Well, anyway, that's a discussion for another day. It sure turned me into a better teacher, because obviously I became good at all the different grades I mastered. And it's true, I did master them. I can say that because I observed what I have accomplished, and I don't see anyone else doing what I did. That was pretty awesome. Anyway, here I am on STARCARD podcast, giving an example of accepting reality before I can change it. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, how about when I was without work? I just bragged about the work that I did. And then as soon as I became without work in 2024, here I am on the STARCARD podcast. So obviously there was a lot of reality I had to accept before I could change myself and change my life into what I'm doing now. And a good part of that had to do with my emotions. I had to be satisfied that this was going to satisfy me. All right, that is yet to be seen. Other examples of accepting reality before I can change it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go like this. I'm going to think of general ideas. Okay. Maybe you're in a job or some kind of relationship or some kind of a friendship, and you just see that the energies are not balanced anymore. You know what? We all grow, and we all grow out of the situation. So maybe you need to do a little assessment, get out your notebook, let's find out what's going on, and then consider, new ways of going about things. Maybe you now need to build a new resume with new skills listed. Maybe you need to acquire new skills. It's not hard if you can do a lot of it from your living room on your computer. Regarding relationships, I'm no expert, but I hear that there are places online where you can meet people locally. But I'm not the person I'm not the person really. Anyway, I'm not going to stay on that subject too long. And regarding friendship, all I would say is, you know what? You want a friend, be a friend. That's my motto. I want to thank all the viewers and especially the people who participate in the chat, because I feel like you're being a friend to me when you participate and you make this whole experience, these podcasts, these live tarot throws meaningful and worthwhile. Thank you very much. All right. And then, wow. Well, if you've been around StarCard Podcast long enough, you know that Breakaway Ray is really into talking about metempsychosis, the idea that we live multiple lifetimes as human beings, but our soul, our spirit, transmigrates from one persona, one lifetime to another. So I've already given examples just during these 12 days of the 12 laws of karma of how I believe I managed to learn a lesson and set up this lifetime so that I didn't encounter those same kinds of problems again. A very popular term maybe to talk about right now would be a soul boundary. I created some kind of soul boundary where, okay, you guys probably want to go upstairs for this part. There was a StarCard podcast we did, I think it was November 17th. And that was the one where I played a snippet from the YouTube video of Psychic Liz Cross and Breakaway Ray meet Sarah Adelia. You can find that at StarCard Podcast in the Psychic Liz Cross playlist. And the idea was that Sarah Adelia was involved in a polygamous relationship out in Beaver Island, Michigan in the 1800s. And her disappointing experience with that kind of marriage may have, or certainly did contribute to my life plan where I can't even get close to that institution, whether it's monogamously or polygamously, which is fine with me. But I'm just saying that I have a perspective. I'm always thinking about, lifetime to lifetime. I mean, things look good on camera right now, right? That's great. And while I'm at it, I want to get ahead of the game. I'm gaming for the next life because I hear that once you get upstairs, it's hard to move those energies around. So again, as it does seem to be fashionable right now, I'm saying let's create soul boundaries. Let's get those things up and ready to go. Let's walk into it like, we're going to go into a party and people are going to offer us alcohol, but we're recovering alcoholics. So sorry, I have to decline. Hey, it's great to see you. I love you. You're my friends. But no, I'm not going to join the party. And it makes me think of the Rip Van Winkle story where Rip Van Winkle goes up in the mountains in the 1600s in the Catskills of New York. And he meets up with the little men who are having a party. And then he goes to sleep for 20 years and he misses a whole lifetime. He goes back down to his village 20 years later and his family's all grown. He missed everything. Anyway, that's what I was thinking about while I was trying to illustrate my point. Let's go back downstairs so I can finish my notes and invite the tarot world to comment. Here we go. So one of my big affirmations now when I go on my hike and I do some bilateral tapping, and I also, when I realize that I'm troubled by certain things happening this time around that I don't want to happen next time around, I have like a little affirmation going, and I tap away and I smile and I say, I'm not participating in another contract wherein, no, I don't really say wherein while I'm doing the affirmation, but I'm just writing it down now, getting my thought out. I'm not participating in another contract wherein the other person can't move forward, whether they can't because they don't know better, they're not experienced enough, or, in other words, I'm saying there's no excuse. You sign a contract, own up to your contract, and we're going to balance things out. And I realize that we have to have something down here, some kind of fun. But yeah, does it need to be, a situation that interrupts your family life, or, your income or your freedom or something like that? We all have to be careful. We all have to be on our guard. It's great to have blind faith and naivete and be excited to meet people. But anyway, you do need to have boundaries. You can't be so happy that you let your guard down. Not everyone's ready for that. Well, everyone should have their, I shouldn't even be commenting. Everyone needs to have boundaries up. What am I talking about? I can't think of a single person who doesn't need to have boundaries. That's what we're all supposed to learn. Hopefully we learn it while we're young. Anyway, I'm just giving an example of how you might consider writing things down so you see what you're really thinking, and then you can carry these thoughts over to, next month and the month after, and revisit them and learn more about them so you can enjoy your life more, feel like you're more empowered because you understand the dynamics and energies that are going on. I feel like we missed out when I was giving those nice speeches down there, and now the camera's up here and I'm all fresh out of things to say. But we're going to go back downstairs. We're going to invite the tarot world to comment on accepting reality so that you can change it. Yeah, accept reality before you can change it. I guess, if I didn't already say it, isn't like that part of the 12 steps when you're being a recovering alcoholic or an addict? One of those steps is you have to accept of who you are. You have to accept it and then realize that you got to work up from there, right? Okay, so again, let's go to the tarot world, who has always been far more eloquent than me. Here we go. The tarot world commenting on the third law of karma. Let's get this out. Dun, 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 dun. All right, tarot. Let us have it. The tarot world is the ultimate mirror. So what better way to learn about reality than to ask the tarot world about it? Here we go. Yeah, one more. Here we go, everybody. This is for entertainment purposes only. The law of humility. Accept reality before you can change it. And the tarot world says, the 9 of Cups. It's a wish come true. Yeah, if you can see clearly with mental clarity right into who you are, it's a wish come true. Oh, you got to like that picture. Lovely flowers. Next up, wow, the Hierophant. What better way to learn about yourself, and learn about your soul? It's accepting reality. That's the path forward. Make your wish come true. Learn about yourself. Yeah, get in touch with your subconscious, says the High Priestess. Yeah, way to go, tarot world. Right, the 6 of Swords. That says you are being guided by an invisible hand. The spirit world is guiding you where you need to go. Do you want to know where that path is? You want to see the map? Consult the High Priestess. Consult your subconscious. You need to learn more about your subconscious. You want to hear what your subconscious has to say? Get out your journal and start writing. Or get out your easel and start painting. Or get out your instrument and start playing. Or get out the basketball and start jamming it. All right, and then finally, the 4 of Wands says, yeah, you can celebrate. There will be a homecoming. That's a cool party. If you stay on this path. Okay? Accept reality before you can change it. Do you want to change reality? Learn about your subconscious. The subconscious is taking you where you need to go. You can start celebrating now. You're doing the right thing. Way to go, tarot world. See, I told you the tarot world was far more eloquent than me. I don't know if anyone needs to check my grammar on that one. Well, look at all the friends we have in the chat. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to get out a piece of paper now and find out who would like a reading. Where's that piece of paper? All right, everybody. Hey, Heavenly Cups. Heavenly Cups, thanks a lot. I see the list. I know you all work together, everybody, on that list. So I'm going to jot down my own notes. Okay. Let's see. Julia. Flicks Love wants the mermaid deck. Hi, Flicks Love. Heavenly Cups, old style. Isn't this fun? We have all these decks to play with. We may have some ladies in the house. Is this what it was like when you'd have like little dollhouse parties and stuff? And we'll play with these dolls today. Anyway, Heavenly Cups, old style. Nancy. Hi, Nancy. And Lisa. That's Lisa Talcott. Hi, Lisa. Gold foil. Oh, yeah, the challenge. Okay. I'm going to have to put my wide receivers gloves and my stick-em on when I go for the gold foil deck. So I'm seeing so far Julia, Flicks Love, Heavenly Cups, Nancy, and Lisa Talcott. And I don't know if I've missed anybody. I'm going to give a quick scroll up. I'm sure you have it under control. I want to scroll up and see all the hearts and the stars and stuff too. It motivates me. So hang on a second. Yeah, way to capitalize, everybody. Thank you. Okay, very good. So I'm going to go ahead. Since Julia wants a reading and Flicks Love also asked for the mermaid deck, I'm going to dig out the mermaid deck. Here we go. Oh. Hi, Danica. Thanks for joining us. Let us know if you want a reading, Danica. Yeah, oh, is that the message you're trying to send in? Yeah, I got time. I'll write you down right now, Danica. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me to read, if that's what's going on. Okay. Oh, yeah, I got time, Danica. No worries. Thanks for spending your time with me. Are you kidding? This is awesome because I only have to clean one room of the house and I have all these friends over. Okay, let's get out the old style tarot. Yeah, I'm going to bury that blank one there in the old style. That ought to be fun. I can't wait till that one pops out sometime. Yeah, cool, Danica. All right. I'm making a lot of friends in StarCard podcast chat. I can tell you that. Great crowd. All right, so Julia. These cards are for Julia. Hey, Julia, I was thinking about sending you a Zoom link. I mean, as long as I got my tie on, I don't know what your schedule looks like after the show. I realize I haven't opened any email in about 36 hours. Anyway, these cards are for Julia. A fun, inspirational message in the middle of the week for Julia out in the UK. Cool deal. These cards are for Julia. Whoa, okay. Here we go, Julia. First up, I need my glass. The words are a little bit small here. Four of Pentacles. Holding on to what's precious. I don't care how this image doesn't match up with the other images on the tarot decks I use. I mean, I'm seeing a mermaid washing her hair. It's a lovely image, so I don't care. But the Four of Pentacles does talk about holding on to what's valuable, being frugal, saving your money. Whoa. It's the Tower card. So there's this tower that's underwater, and it's still not being destroyed. It's even collapsing and falling now underwater. Oh, that's so much fun. Okay, then, oh, good. And then once the tower falls, the Ace of Wands shows up and says, it's magic in the air now. Okay, all that other garbage is finally done. It's not in the way. We can swim freely with the other mermaids. Nothing's blocking our path like that gigantic building. It looks like Tom Cruise took care of it in an underwater submarine. Okay, and then here comes, check that out, the Two of Pentacles. Is that a bunny? The Two of Pentacles balancing multiple priorities. The kids are entranced by looking at that bunny. Or are those mermaid children? Oh, that's what those are. Okay. And then the last part of the message is, wow. First, there's justice. And, you know, the scales do look tilted. You have the sword in the upper right side that's lifted high. And the sword is not as heavy as the scrolls, which represent learning. So there's great value. There's, you know, justice is going to favor the learned. And you're sharing information. I know that. And then finally, speaking of sharing information, you're sharing information publicly. It's the Six of Wands, public recognition. It almost looks like you're singing into the microphone. So you're really bringing forth the truth, and you're balancing the scales in the favor of justice by doing what you're doing. And what are you doing? You're finding what's precious. You're clearing out what doesn't belong there. And you're making magic while you're juggling two or more multiple priorities, including like raising a family, right? Anyway, congratulations, Julia. And those are beautiful cards. Keep up the good work. Let's give these a toss. And then we'll get to the next person on the list. It's Flixlove. Wow, the tarot world must have a lot, because the tarot world just gave us a lot. And that must be, again, why I had ringing in my head so hard this morning. So I'm guessing that all these readings are going to be pretty great. Here you go, Flixlove. These cards are for you. The tarot world is all excited to share these cards with you. These cards are for Flixlove. Out in Europe. All right. The Netherlands. So awesome. Cool. Here we go, Flixlove. I want to go back. The Knight of Cups. Nice. It's the Knight in shining armor. And I don't know, he's supposed to be a knight in shining armor. He does seem a little bit like the Greek story of Narcissus, looking at his image in the reflection of the liquid. All right. Maybe someone's a knight in shining armor and they don't even realize it. And they got their eye on other things. Well, you're watching StarCard Podcast, and here you go. You have the Star Card. There's rejuvenation and inspiration involved. That's great. Meanwhile, the Page of Wands shows up to light the path throughout the whole darkness of the ocean. You can see limitless potential. Wow, what a bunch of inspiring cards here, starting with your knight in shining armor there. Wow. And then, sadly, the Three of Swords shows up and talks about heartache. Good news, there's still two more cards to tell us more of the story. First, it's the Two of Wands. What a great image with the volcano. But the Two of Wands is the one who says that you made a plan. The universe likes the plan, and the universe gives you the green light. And then, yeah, what a great message to finish off your reading. It's the Queen of Wands. Have a zest for life. Carpe diem. Go for it. Again, the universe likes your plan. Go for it. Have fun. And, there were so many wonderful messages because I think that you bring a lot of this to all those people in your life. You are their knight in shining armor. You rejuvenate everyone. You show them the way. Isn't life hard sometimes? Yeah. Nevertheless, you got a good plan and the universe wants you to keep enjoying it. I say, I hope that was inspirational. Thank you very much, Flixlove, for inviting me to read. I'm going to give these a toss. And then Heavenly Cups wants the old style. That's another fun deck to shuffle. I see that some other visitors are checking in, and I promise I will check the chat. And we will add to the list. No problem. We got plenty of time. I like these cards. They're a little bit wider than the other decks. It feels like they are. Okay, but these are for Heavenly Cups today. All right, Tarot World. You're doing a great job, of course, as usual. You clearly planned this out. All right, we're ready to see your exciting, inspirational message for Heavenly Cups, please. Here we go. These cards are for Heavenly Cups. These cards are for Heavenly Cups. Here we go. Wow, this is going to be fun. All right. First up, it's the Knight of Swords. All right, we'll let you take in that image. That's pretty awesome. He reminds me a little bit of the USC mascot riding the White Horse Traveler. I think I've got that right. My friends would be so proud that I even know that stuff. My friends who are USC fans. Go Trojans. Okay, so there's a Knight of Swords. But anyway, let's look at the book and see what it says about the Knight of Swords. This book is awesome just as a size. It's easier for me to flip through than the tiny one with the Robin Wood. For example, let's go find Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. A knight on a horse charges through forcefully and swiftly. It's as if his only objective is the only thing that matters. I'm not quite sure how to read that. It's as if only his objective is the only thing that matters. Oh, got it. Yeah. Single-minded. Okay. Sometimes we are so driven that we don't always consider the consequences. Don't give in to hasty, blind ambition. All right. That's better. See, now I'm learning more about the Knight of Swords. Here I go. Next up, yay, the Sun card. Check out those people in their bathing suits. Have a good time, everybody. It's the Sun card. Everything's going to be all right. So, yeah, charge forward. Everything's going to be all right. And now check this out. It's the Lover's card. Ooh. Heavenly Cups and Hannah sitting in a tree. Anyway, I don't know what's going on, but this looks really good. It's like the plot of a Hallmark movie going on here. Oh, and then the High Priestess says that your subconscious agrees. This is pretty exciting. Charge forward into that sunlight because, this is a great communion. Maybe it's with someone here on the earth plane, as they say, or it could be that you're really embracing the spirit world because the following card is the card about the subconscious, the High Priestess. So maybe there's some kind of spiritual leveling up going on here. Go for it. All right, let's finish up for Heavenly Cups. One card at a time, Breakaway Ray. Come on. Oh, we were waiting for this card, the blank card. And then The Four of Swords. Oh, clear your mind, ground yourself, meditate. Don't worry, the spirit world are the pallbearer like figures. So you're going to be fine. You're taken care of. Relax, meditate, because that's how you can enjoy your new leveling up status, you high priestess. You. Wow, that was so much fun. Thanks a lot, Heavenly Cups. And Julia, I see your message. You are welcome. Oh, very good, Julia. I'm glad I didn't miss any emails. Wonderful. Hey, Flixlove, that is cool. You're welcome. So the blank card, yeah. Let's talk about that. So Lisa Talcott in the chat said, "What does the blank card mean?" It came with the deck. I left it in the deck, and on another show, I supposed that I said, if that card turns up, I guess it's up to you, right? It's up to the person being read for. They have to determine what that card means. But then it was followed up with the Four of Swords card, which is the meditation card. So I strung the two things together, and I said, that's the process of meditation. We were talking about someone who's elevating her consciousness. And then the tarot world was suggesting, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Blank card, clear your mind, ground yourself. And then Four of Swords, meditate, keep up the good work. That's how I'm perceiving it. Because this is StarCard Podcast. I turn everything into a positive as best as I can. Why not? Life is short. Thanks, Lisa. Let's go back downstairs. And you know what? Yeah, let's get it out here. The next up is Nancy. All right. Hey, Julia. I'm going to catch up again, looking at the chat in a little while, but I see your message. So thanks for letting me know. We also have another way to get in touch. But again, Nancy wants a reading. Gee, we're doing so good with the old style. Let's get these guys out again. Yeah, and I'm going to take a quick drink here. And by the way, Julia, there's no hurry. So, if you don't have everything lined up, I just wanted to make sure I was caught up with you with whatever we're doing or whatever is going on. I figure the chat interaction is an aid to the other ways that we can't communicate. All right, but now let's focus here, Breakaway Ray. These cards are for Nancy. All right, here we go, Nancy. We're going to take from the top and the bottom, and then let's draw a couple more. Okay, and then we're going to need two more. Thank you. Well, I've already had a great day, I tell you, with the hike and the taro and the Mexican food for breakfast. I'm already having a great day. It's all downhill from here. Keep it going, Breakaway Ray. These cards are for you, Nancy. Let's have some fun. First up, it's the Ace of Cups. Congratulations, your cup is overflowing. I don't know what those, is that a flock of birds around that dove up at the top of the card? Check out the color of that liquid coming out of that cup. It looks like a liquid, and it also looks like it's a cloth. How unusual. No, I see it's a liquid. Yes. All right, let's read about the Ace of Cups. I'm making the presumption that Nancy knows about the Ace of Cups. But why not use the book? That's what it's here for. Let's check it out. Ace of Cups. The universe gives the gift of love. This can be through a relationship or self-love. The overflow of love can inspire creativity or new beginnings, right? So the idea comes to me, recreation, a hobby, because you already work so hard, you're already so industrious, and you're so good at what you do, you're really into it. And then in order to refresh your perspective, it's good to have an entirely different kind of hobby or perspective to pay attention to, just to reorient your vision again, stretch out your eyeballs. All right, that sounded pretty fancy. Still with me, Nancy? I hope so. Here we go. Next up, it's the King of Swords. He's talking about the truth. I really, again, wow, look at, I like the colors in the card. I like that purple robe. The purple color indicates royalty. I know that. And I also see a butterfly, and I wonder if it's a monarch, and it's a king. We're talking about a lot of masculine energy here, huh? Let's check out the King of Swords in the book. Hey, everybody still having a good time? All right. The King of Swords. A king sits confidently on his throne and wields a sword in his right hand. He is a symbol of what it means to master logic and intellect. Rely on your intelligence and logic in making any big decisions. The king also encourages you to tap into your inner power to reach your goals. Now that you have this great gift, be judicious about how you use it and grow it. Great. Then the Nine of Wands shows up and says, you have experience and you're gearing up for a last stand. Let's see what it says in the book. The Nine of Wands. A weary man with a bandaged head leans on his wand. However, his face is filled with resolve. As he looks back at the Eight Wands, he has overcome. Your upright meaning of the card, you may be feeling exhausted from all the challenges you faced, but trust that you're almost there. Keep your grit as you push towards the finish line. Yeah, the finish line, check it out. It's the 10 of Swords. It's the end of a painful episode. You are almost there. And then we're almost at the end of this painful episode. You had the truth and logic on your side the whole time. And then, the Three of Swords. Something tells me you really might feel these cards better than I understand them. It's been a long haul. It's almost done. And you got some scars maybe. You know what? This is all for entertainment purposes only. I enjoy telling the story with the cards. I certainly wish you the best of everything, Nancy, in your health, in every aspect of your life. And I think that's where we're going with the last two cards. The Queen of Pentacles. Look at that lovely image. I often talk about how wonderful it is to be around grandma. And, when we all hang around grandma, we don't know, unless she tells us, about the first 40, 50, 60, 70 years she was around and the challenges she had to overcome. And when she does do it, she does it in a short, sweet, wonderful way. So a lot of these experiences become something that we can pass on as experiences and knowledge to other people who need to learn. And then finally, the Page of Wands says that you march on because your potential is limitless. So let's go ahead and read about the Page of Wands. That very nice send-off, a nice pat on the back for you for all your hard work and experience. Because look at what you started with. You started with that gift from God. It was given to the right person. All right, but anyway, we're on the Page of Wands. Am I being too melodramatic here? Page of Wands. The page stands in a barren desert and wears a tunic imprinted with salamanders. He gazes at this wand and ponders its endless possibilities. What kind of magic can I create? The upright meaning of the card, the page signals a person who sees the potential in opportunities. He has the long-term vision, but may not have acted yet. Maybe all he needs is a plan. All right, Nancy, I hope that was a fun story. Thanks very much for inviting me to read. All right, Julia. Nice timing on your. I'm totally mixing my decks up here. Nice timing on your chat. Thank you very much. I'm going to give these a toss. All right. And we're on to Lisa, who wants the gold foil deck. That's not it. Whoa. Cool, Lisa Talcott. Thanks for inviting me to read again. We're going to have a good time. You can clip and save the video and show your friends on Thanksgiving dinner. All right. Here we go, Tarot World. Time to show off with the gold foil deck. Something to impress Lisa Talcott's friends and family at the Thanksgiving dinner table, please. An inspirational message for Lisa. These cards are for Lisa Talcott. As dramatic as you'd like to make them. It's all for entertainment purposes only. These cards are for Lisa Talcott. Wow. Really riding the wave on that one. Hang 10. Breakaway Ray out on the West Coast. All right. Here we go. Oh, wait, Lisa. This is Lisa Talcott. Here we go. Okay, and when the music stops. Okay, here we go, Lisa Talcott. First up, it's the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups, especially like when it shows up at the beginning of a reading like this, says, hello, Lisa Talcott. This is a direct message from the spirit world to you. So here you go. It's partners working together. Okay. And the message is the Knight of Cups. You're the knight in shining armor. Keep it going. Oh, nice color. Yeah, check out the blues. Mighty Steed. All right. Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, the Happy Memories card. It's going to be a great Thanksgiving, Lisa Talcott. Check out that town behind the people. A little old world charm there. European charm. Medieval town, I should say. Sweet. That's, yeah. So not just happy memories, but remembering the old times when people came to our country from the old world, as they used to say in the 1970s. Okay. And then, well, check you out. The Knight of Wands. Keep charging energetically forward. Sure. Remember the past. But look at you go with your two knights. We're going to start jousting. All right. And then here you go, Lisa Talcott, your final two cards. We have, you have the Nine of Swords, the Sleepless Nights, and then you have the 10 of Cups, the Dream Come True. Yeah, sometimes it's hard and the kids keep you up at night just thinking about them and worrying about your friends and family. But what a dream come true. Aren't you having a good time? It's great having you here, Lisa. It's always a good time when you're hanging out with us at StarCard Podcast. Have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you very much. Hi, Nancy. I see your message. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. That's great. Next up, it's Danica. Danica Crabtree. Hang on there, Danica. Oh, there's your explosion. Oh, great, Heavenly Cups. Thanks a lot. Oh, that does help. Hey, Elam's in the house. All right. Hey, there's somebody named A Pinch of Salt. Cool. All right. So I think I'm on Danica now, correct? So, hey, Danica, I'm about to shuffle, but check it out again. Here is the Two of Cups. So here comes your special message from the spirit world. That's right, Danica. Cool deal. Thank you, Danica. I know I don't have to state the obvious, Tarot World. You just told us this is a message for Danica. These cards are for Danica Crabtree, please. Hey, everybody. Thanks for inviting me to read. This is great practice and a lot of fun for me. These cards are for Danica Crabtree. Way to go. Yeah, these cards are for Danica Crabtree. Thank you. Thank you for helping me pick the right cards for Danica. Well, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm going to try to turn it into a story that's inspirational and positive if I can. First up, Danica Crabtree. Well, come on. You kidding me? The Two of Cups. It showed up number one again. Again, emphasis. The spirit world has totally got these cards lined up for you. This is a magic that's like overwhelming even for me, right? It's going to be hilarious to look at the video. All right, next up, the Knight of Wands. Charging forward. I'm going to get the book out again. I think I read about this one earlier. I want to read about it again, if that's the case. Crazy, wow. The Knight of Wands. A knight is ready to ride his horse into battle. His horse's mane and his armor's plumes are both reminiscent of flames, a testament to his element. That guy's riding in a hot rod convertible with flames painted on the side. Upright meaning, it is time for the knight to charge forward with his ideas and goals. With passion and enthusiasm, he is pushing forward. That person can be you. How you like that? The spirit world is really encouraging you to go for it. Take the plunge. I'm talking about the platform high dive. Yeah, cool. I don't know what you got going on, but the spirit world does. Next up, the Eight of Cups. Whatever this situation is where you have to start charging forward, it does involve some kind of walking away. That is the story of the Eight of Cups. Sometimes you got to walk away from something. And then the Queen of Swords is the one that tells me, Breakaway Ray, you were right. So it's not just telling me that I was right. I think it's a message that says, again, hey, Danica, you need to keep going forward. Yeah, and that includes walking away. You were right the whole time. You were right the whole time. So you're doing the right thing. Walking away is the right thing. That's a confirmation. Charging away enthusiastically, maybe. All right. Next up. So here is the Devil card. And the Devil card, again, talks about walking away and releasing things that no longer serve us. And that's totally the same message as the Eight of Cups, but like with an exclamation point. But I'm going to get the book out, Danica Crabtree. We're going to read about what it says about the Devil card. This is very fascinating for me. Fascinating reading. The Devil card. The Devil shows Baphomet perched on a pedestal with a reversed pentacle over his head. Two people are chained to the pedestal, although their collars are loose and could be easily removed. The upright meaning of the card. This card is a warning against unhealthy habits and materialism. It may not be easy, but the power is within you to remove these chains. I would also add that it represents the shadow self. And then finally, Danica, yeah, the Emperor card, which says you're in control. So a message to let it go, integrate your shadow self, and then you're totally in control in the end. That is a message from the spirit world directly to you. Thanks for letting me be a part of it. What an honor. Thanks, Danica. Cool. My head was ringing pretty hard today. Groovy. Let's see what's going on now. All right, so that's the end of the list that I got, but I know there's other people who want reading. So Danica, oh, okay. So now Elam, I can barely see it. It's like way up here. Will I obtain the certificate within 6 months? Nicely put question. Thank you. And then Pinch of Salt would like a reading. Hi, Pinch of Salt. Thanks for coming out. Okay, and then yeah, very good, Danica. Good luck. That's awesome. I appreciate your feedback. Okay, so I see that we have 2 more requests. Elam, will she get the certificate within 6 months? And then also Pinch of Salt. There's still time if anyone else wants one. Okay. So we're going to take care of Elam first. I do see your message, Pinch of Salt. Thank you. Right. We're going to use these. Hey, Tarot World. We sure appreciate your insight and your help. Would you care to give us a hint? Elam is wondering if she's going to get the certificate within the next 6 months. I hope I got the pronouns right. I apologize. I don't know who anyone is. I just see names in the chat. But I do believe Elam's female. So, hey, Tarot World, will Elam receive that certificate within the next 6 months? Yeah, but the message is... the message is the World card. Yes, you will have it completed within the next 6 months. And then this is going to color that conclusion. The Queen of Swords. Again, confirmations. It says, she's the lady that says you were right. Wow. And when you get it, the Fool card says it's going to be a brand new beginning. That is awesome. Way to go, Tarot World. Thank you very much. Go get him, Elam. Oh, I'm sorry I chose the wrong deck, Elam, but clearly I picked the right cards. All right, that was cool. So I'd like, for the precision of the question that you were asking, I like these because sometimes these cards will tell you in the corner if it's a yes card or a no card, and or a maybe card. So that's why I chose these. Yeah, cool. And now, Pinch of Salt. I don't know if you had a particular message or a request, but since I don't see one, I'm going to go ahead and go Ethereal Bloom. Yeah, you're welcome, Elam. Thank you. That was a fun reading, too. I appreciate it so much, Elam. Thanks for coming out all the time. All right, have a good one. Okay, hi, God's Flow. I see you have a question. One moment, please. I'm going to throw some cards for Pinch of Salt. All right, Tarot World. I know you got plenty of fireworks, so let's shoot some off for Pinch of Salt, please. How about a positive, inspirational message for Pinch of Salt? These cards are for Pinch of Salt. Okay, Pinch of Salt. Oh, okay. Did I miss the question? Let's see if I will find a loving partner next year. Okay, let's see. Because that particular question vibrates across the tarot world in lots of different ways. So, but one part may be, will I find a loving partner next year? All right. So immediately you would presume with the Lover's card that the answer is yes. But I would also like to say, hold your horses, because a lot of times what the tarot world does is that it gives the first card as a introduction, or rather a recapitulation of what the question was. You are asking about lovers, Okay, we heard your question. Even before Breakaway Ray recognized it, we knew this is what you wanted to talk about. And the Six of Pentacles. Ooh, Six of Pentacles. I'm trying to remember what he looks like on the other decks. That means I'm going to go to the book. Oh, yeah, the giving and receiving card. The Six of Pentacles, a wealthy man in a red robe gives coins to two beggars. In his left hand, he holds a balanced scale, which represents equality and fairness. I'm going to read you two parts here. The first is the upright meaning. It says the card signifies charity and sharing wealth. Depending on your situation, you could be the wealthy man or the beggar. Give back when you can, and the universe will reward the kindness. But it also has a message here for relationships. It says support and generosity fill the relationship. Remain mindful with a good balance of give and take. All right. That sounds healthy to me. You are inquiring about a lover situation, and the spirit world is saying there's going to be give and take involved. Oh, nice. But you should be inspired, says the star card. I kind of want to hold this card here for about 2 minutes and show everyone what the star card looks like. But I also want to read what it says in the book. Yeah, is this some exciting tarot today or what? The star card. Under the glow of the stars, a woman kneels at the edge of a pond with 1 foot in the water. Her left hand pours water onto land to feed the earth, while her right pours water into the pond. The upright meaning, you may have recently gone through a tough time, but the star is here to inspire hope. Renew your energy, heal, and have faith in the future. And here's the relationship message. You may be healing from a prior relationship or recovering from a rough patch. Optimism will help manifest the relationship you need. Yeah. Plus, if you got that chipper attitude, that's the kind of person someone wants to be in the give and take of their energies with. Be inspired. Present an inspired image. And then the Ace of Pentacles says, then, basically the world is your oyster. But yeah, you asked if there's going to be love in the upcoming year, and this looks like almost like a promise, and you're going to make it happen by having optimism, just maintaining optimism. Be optimistic. You could say that about all parts of your life. Do you expect to reach a goal? Of course, you're going to be optimistic about it. But yeah, then you manifest it, and that's why you get the Ace of Pentacles. All right, next up, the 10 of Cups talks about long-term contribution and family and happiness, domestic bliss. And then the Page of Cups talks about happy surprise. Geez, all of these cards today are like out of the plot of Hallmark movies. So yeah, are you going to have a loving relationship next year? Watch the give and take when the star crosses your paths with someone and you start a new relationship. It's going to be so much domestic bliss. It's going to be such a happy surprise. Then the credits run. Well, good luck, pinch of salt. I hope that was a fun story. that was the best. That was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm definitely distracted here. I'm mixing my decks, huh? What's going on? Next up. Oh, my written list is not updated, but I do see that there's someone named God's Flow. Okay, I'm going to take care of God's Flow right now. God's Flow, you had a question. Am I on track with my God's Flow? All right, here we go. All right, Tarot World, here we go. Pretty inspiring, Tarot World. All right, so God's Flow wants to know, Is God's flow on track with God's flow? These cards are for God's flow. God's flow. Nice. Here we go, God's flow. 6 of Pentacles. The giving and taking card. The Ace of Swords. There's a whole lot of truth involved. Where's that book? Here we go. Ace of Swords. A hand holding a double-edged sword emerges from the clouds. The sword is adorned with a crown and wreath, symbolizing empowerment, truth, and victory. This card signifies a breakthrough of ideas and having the mental clarity to carry them out. Then the 9 of Swords shows up. You look like you're completely empowered, and then it brings with it a whole new dimension of anxieties and worries and things you have to take care of. It's kind of like, signing a contract to be the manager of a baseball team. You're going to be working with the owner of the team and all the players managers, right? They're private managers. But nevertheless, you have a mission and you are the right person for the job. And then, of course, now you have the press in your face. You have press conferences you have to deal with, and you have people that you didn't know all of a sudden putting pressure on you. There are a lot of other dimensions than just being the manager of the baseball team. Next, it may even seem like it may even seem like it was a negative choice to encounter this. It's very powerful. It's overwhelming. It's the Devil card. I think we need to take a look at the Devil card in the book here. I think we just did the Devil card. This card is a warning against unhealthy habits and materialism. It may not be easy, but the power is within you to remove these chains. Again, you were the right person for the job, and you were the right person to meet the challenge of getting rid of what no longer serves. It feels like there's some kind of organization involved. There's more than one person involved here because there's giving and taking involved. Anyway, the Knight of Wands encourages you to keep galloping forward. What an exciting card that is. What is that, like an explosion? The horse is riding through an explosion? That is cool. Nice. And then the 3 of Swords talks about heartache. Wow, you know what? I'm not done with these cards. I mean, because it feels like there's a missing part of the story here. Well, I think this is what it is. We need to turn this card upside down because that indicates recovery and healing. We know that that's what's going to happen. You were the right person to come in and manage this team and reorganize the batting order, okay? And, even though people didn't like it all the time and it was a challenge, and it may even caused you a lot of sleepless nights, okay? You were still the right person for the job. And anyway, in a way, you're the hero. I hope that sounds good. Okay, God's flow. I'm glad that you understand that message. Hey, everybody. I don't see any more readings, and I'm kind of relieved. I mean, I really feel like I want to keep going because I'm having so much fun, but I'm not sure I can give you any more. I'm going to need a new cup of coffee or need to take a nap or something. So I'm going to sign off right now. I want to thank you so much. It's been a fun show today. I hope you have a good time. So everyone knows in the United States, we have Thanksgiving tomorrow. If I come out, it's going to be in the morning. Otherwise, keep an eye out for my appearance on the Typical Skeptic podcast with Rob Khalil. That's always fun. I've got, let me show you what I got. Come on, where is it? You know what I got? I got to show it to you tomorrow. So if you don't see me tomorrow, I'll show it to you on Typical Skeptic Podcast, but I'll show it to you. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I got to go. All right. Yeah, right.